shiny of today. And I think we need to evoke a Muldrifter here to look for more lands. I still have an Infect deck that I like, which I play some of the time. It's called Rotwolf Control. It's a control-ish Infect deck based on Rotwolf and drawing a lot of cards. It's on the YouTube channel. You can check it out. Search for Rotwolf Control and you'll find several videos with that deck. As you remember from the first match here, we are trying to find our Bojuka Bog. It's all about the Bojuka Bog, and after sideboard we will have Nihil Spellbomb, which Songs of the Damned doesn't really approve of. But as long as we don't get rid of his graveyard, he can burn us out. We don't like blue sideboard cards because we are not a blue deck. We are a black deck splashing blue. So the only sideboard card from blue we use is Deep Analysis, and we only use black sideboard cards. I'm gonna play the Crypt Rat here pretty much just because I can't play anything else. That sideboard card is good in Stormpost, I think, and it's good if you have more mana than your opponent. And Stormpost has some trouble matchup where they need that. We don't need that card for our trouble matchups, because we are a lot better against the decks that beat Stormpost. Guess I'm just gonna Muldrift the next turn. I can't really disrupt his combo here. Oh, he has triple Gnaw to the Bone in the sideboard in the graveyard. Though I will now dig for my Bojuka Bog. Didn't play land. And it's all about the Bojuka Bog here. Drawing 2 cards, casting Undying Evil on the Muldrifter. Bojuka Bog, where are you? No Bojuka Bog there. And just another Fume Spitter. And we have no chance to beat him down. So he's gonna gain so much life, but it's gonna take time. And we only really need not to die until we find Bojuka Bog. We have 41 cards left to go. And once Bojuka Bog hits, almost no matter how many life points he has, we have won the game. I'm gonna discard the Swamp. Though Gnaw to the Bone will cost him mana and tempo here, which might be useful for us. Oh, 16 people looking at Pauper. Nice. Hi, everybody. I'm playing Pauper, Magic Online, with Blue-Black Trinket Control. You can find the link to the deck list and a walkthrough of the deck in the show notes. I'm playing against Songs of the Damned, which is the deck of the day because they now have street raids. And he's gonna combo me out. Maybe. No. Did he only get 4 mana for Songs of the Damned? Okay, he's gonna Crypto at my team. That's not the end of the world. The thing I need to think about is how can I get closer to my... Oh, that way I can get closer. Making him discard cards is close to pointless. But I can cast the Augur, use the Augur on my upkeep, get back the Grim Harvest, get a Muldrifter with the Grim Harvests, and that seems like a good thing. He will win by a huge Consume Spirit or a huge Crypt Rat. And I'm actually quite vulnerable to that deck. because I give him time enough to do his thing. You can't destroy his graveyard. And I only have Bog to do that. After sideboarding, I have 3 Trinket Mages getting me heal spell bomb, so sideboarding helps me a lot. But I'm now in trouble. Especially if he casts the Fume Spitter now. Because then I can't harvest. I haven't seen a Street Wraith yet. It looks like Street Wraith is the reason to test this deck. People are excited about Street Wraith being in Pauper. No Fume Spitter, please. Do not play a Fume Spitter. You can still play a Fume Spitter and spoil my dream. Will he do it? No! Okay, I can then go get Mr. Muldrifter. Use Augur. Get back Grim Harvest. Make him discard 2 cards, which is probably pointless. And then I'm gonna evoke the Muldrifter looking for the Bog. He has a lot of life right now with the Gnaw to the Bones. And I don't have a way to do fast damage to him. So it's all about the Bog. And this is one of the reasons we main deck Bog, because it just kills certain decks. It's also very good against every Cloudpost deck. Where are you, Bog? 37 cards to go. Well, didn't find it this time, so we are getting a Swamp. And then we're done. Discarding a Tragic Slip. I think I'm losing here. I'm gonna go for Augur of Skulls again. Or am I? If I go for Augur of Skulls, I can protect Grim Harvest. If I go for Muldrifter, I get close to Bog. Pitkeeper recurs Pitkeeper, but that's not very dangerous. I can just crit rat them. Oh, I want my Bog. Have I told you I want my Bog? Because I do. Right on. So we are getting the Augur. Casting the Augur. Then we can Tragic Slip one of them, block the other. Is that really what we want to be doing? No. No, we're going to have to use the Augur as an Augur. trying to discard his entire hand before he gets the combo. So we are just tragic slipping here. Taking this. Uh-oh. Still no combo. Or maybe this is it. Yes, it is. It's it. God damn it. He's going off. Can he kill me? Yes, he can. This is the way he wins. Yeah. And my sideboard plan is so detailed I actually have a sideboard against this deck. Expect to encounter a lot of Songs of the Damned deck in the tournament practice room. Spell Bomb! And we learned last time that we are not bringing in life staff, which will which is up for debate. Shitting Rats is really good against him. And we are bringing in the Deep Analysis. We are taking out 2 capsules, as most of his creatures are black. We are taking out 4 Fume Spitters and the Tragic Slips. This will allow us to totally disrupt his combo. And we are down the game and have to win this to keep the win streak going. But there's a lot of nice value here, especially the Trinket Mage, so we can get the Spell Bomb. And we hope he didn't bring in land destruction, because then we're gonna look like idiots. Though I don't think they pack land destruction. So it's first the life staff, and then it's the... it might even be a land. I mean, the Spell Bomb is the first thing we get. Or do we get it now? Maybe it's better to get it next turn when we can actually play it. So we're getting the life staff here. So he can't duress me if he brought in duress, though I don't think he did. And it's absolutely Trinket Mage and play the Spell Bomb now, because that really destroys his plans. And then we can do pretty much anything while Spell Bomb is on the field. Because he is just so incredibly vulnerable to Spell Bomb. Here we go. Getting that fantastic little Spell Bomb. Yeah, but Spell Bomb is... I just used the Spell Bomb in response to Ingot Chewer. I think I should play it. Even if I hit just this, It's not, it is relevant, and then I have the Bajuka Bog too. But we shall know better now after this duress. But he does already have a graveyard that is relevant. So, duress was the plan. Getting rid of his kill conditions. Dragger, Salvage, Songs of the Damned, Crows and this. So, Salvage or Songs of the Damned? I think it is Songs. Play Lifestaff. Play Augur. Swing for 4. We have learned that he can play Songs of the Damned and we can't respond. To the mana. So we probably have to use the Spell Bomb sooner or later. But we are gonna do our best to fill his graveyard. So this is the time we want to use the Spell Bomb. He's in quite bad shape here. Spell Bomb, equip Lifestaff. It is premature, isn't it? Equipping Lifestaff. Killing the Dragger. And Spell Bomb. I can't resist it. I have to get rid of the Dragger. And I think I'm hurting him so bad here that he won't be able to recover from it. You would have what? Yeah, Sign in Blood could have been nice, but I didn't want to be hit by that Dragger. And I don't think it matters a lot which I did, because he will have a hard time now. And next turn I am probably gonna shit their Sign in Blood. 3 damage. It's not like I lost the Sign in Blood, I still have it. He is capable of pretty explosive things if he gets the cycle thing going. So I prefer to not lose my life. Shittering Rat. I have 4 black mana. So I'll shitter. Swing, Sign in Blood, equip Lifestaff on Shittering. I'm happy to 1-for-1 with this Pit Keeper. And I assume he will block the Trinket Mage that is not equipped, but he chooses to block the equipped one instead for some reason. That means we can sign in blood. And draw the Bojuka Bog. Did we play land? Yes, we did. But Bojuka Bog seals this game, though it was already over, as we now have lethal. He might still gnaw to the bone for 8 plus 8. That's 16. Okay, but Chris, you have to live with us playing in the tournament practice room. That's sort of the thing now. All right. I didn't say I was practicing for tournament. I just say I was playing Pauper with this deck. For life, I have 5. So I can't kill him. I can. Okay, wait a minute. Sign in blood 3. No, that doesn't help. Oh, let's make his life even more miserable. Why did I play Swamp? I have no idea. So one of the strengths of this deck is that you can win even though you play like an idiot. Isn't that great? Okay, after this there will be the last match of today's play session. And we'll see if we can be 16-0. He is killing this Muldrifter, of course, but people are following with it, but you have to choose the right day. I think what you should do if you want to play Trinket in a tournament, just check who's playing. You know the decks of the people playing. So just check who's playing. Enough Fisher Post players, don't play it. Enough Delver, etc. Play it. Okay, 1-1. And I actually forgot that we lost the first match. So our winning streak is at stake. Spell Bomb in the opening hand, pretty good. And we'll just play it to get it out there. Or will we? We haven't seen discard really. They do randomly switch decks, but I think they do that about 10% of the time, so you'd still get a pretty good picture of what they're playing. At least that's what I did when Storm was a thing. Then I used to bring Duress main deck, depending on the number of Storm players. Worked like a charm. I have to get a blue mana here because I don't have blue mana. And now I am gonna play the Spell Bomb. At least I'm gonna get the Carabid. Yeah, they do change, but I don't think they change very often. People are creatures of habit in Pauper. More than any other format, I'd say, except perhaps Modern and Legacy and Vintage. Except all Eternal problem. Yeah, I should definitely have tapped blue for Spell Bomb. Alright, let's just make him draw his cards again. It could definitely have mattered, absolutely. He is moving Dragger into the graveyard. Very interesting. Very nice. Sim may be trying to set up a quick combo here. Getting suspicious. Or maybe he's just trying to lure my spell bomb. But I'm gonna hold on to my spell bomb. It's my spell bomb. Goddamn crypt rats. I'm not afraid of an exhumed Alamog Crusher. That's one of the things you really like with this deck. Because you have so much removal. Let's kill that crypt rat. I'm tempted to use the spell bomb. But I should stay calm. And don't overuse my spell bombs. Playing the Aqueduct, getting back the island. Keeping spell bomb mana open. So these are 4 creatures. 5 creatures. It's 5, 10 mana. Alright, see you Chris. Take care. I can't really say this is playtesting. Okay, now I remove it. It's just me durdling around with a deck I know quite well. But I'm sure there is some use for it. Oh! Jesus. Titty fucking... No, you can't say that on Twitch. I have the combo. And I'm going to play it. 1-for-1ing is fun when you do stuff like this. Let's draw the cards, looking like we got the Undying Evil out of the deck, but we didn't. Distress will be fun to play on him, but right, let's draw some more cards. We're gonna have to discard here, but that will be a positive problem. And what are we discarding? Maybe we are discarding the Grim Harvest. No, we're not discarding the Grim Harvest. Who am I kidding? Can't use Undying Evil on somebody who already has a counter. Uh-oh! He's getting the thing going again. We're gonna need to distress him. 5-6 mana, so it's distress, it's Trinket Mage. It's a life staff perhaps. Maybe it's life staff. Okay, so let's start by distressing him. We want to get all the nasty combo pieces out of his hand. Songs of the Damned, Crypt Rat, Gnaw to the Bone. So it's Songs of the Damned for sure. Getting Trinket Mage. Are we getting a land here? No, I think it's the life staff. But then I clicked on the land anyway. That's not very skillful. Sorry for that. I will stop making excuses and start playing well instead. I have Muldrift Undying Evil here, so I'm probably gonna do it again. Not too concerned about the Crypt Rat. He can Crypt Rat for 1, as I took his Songs of the Damned. Maybe he has the Songs of the Damned, but even if he does, I'm getting far ahead now. So Undying Evil. I choose you, Mr. Muldrifter. Draw some more cards. Hoping for the Bazooka Bog, but it's not there. Swing. He blocks. Why does he do that? Okay. Yeah, maybe Chris's argument about the tournament practice room is valid. But I'm not better than the others here. I just have a better deck. Here we go. And I'm tapping this right now because otherwise I will forget about it. So he pretty much have to deal with me now. And even if he does, I have plenty of stuff happening in my hand. So I think I have this under control. But his graveyard is filled with nice stuff. If he plays a creature now, it's very nice for us. And it does. That means he is left with one business card. And then we shitter. Enorn. Let's shitter. So now he has no cards, but he does have the gnaw to the bone, so he's not dead at all. And I'm gonna deep analysis myself. And then swing with the Muldrifter. Is it just one gnaw to the bone? I think it is, yes. But it's gonna get him plenty of life, so this is far from over. And I can actually capsule this guy, but I decided out to capsule. This is the guy I could capsule. So let's duress the card he has. Crypt Rats. Should have signed in blood first. I'm signing in blood here. Right, so I have to live until next turn. And one thing that will help me live until next turn is Trinket Mage for life staff. That I equip. I seem to be lagging or something. So I'm equipping the Shitting Rat perhaps. And then all I have to do is to play the Bog next turn and this game is over. And I have my 15th win in a row, yep. Crypt Rats. Okay, so we want everybody dead before we use the Bog here. And let's make certain they all die. Except the Muldrifter then, which is going to live. No, he's not going to live. Well, he does things easier for me. And I can't really save the Muldrifter here. Because if I Crypt Rat for 1, he will Crypt Rat for 2, and the Muldrifter will die. But I can grind out some more lives from him. Gonna take like a toilet break after this match and then go for the last match of the day. Can I win here? I can do 6 damage. Not 8. I can do 9 damage. So I do Crypt Rat for 1. Play this guy. Equip him as I am a greedy bastard. And Crypt Rat for 1. To which he should respond by Crypt Ratting for 2. And then I give him the bad news. Everybody is dead. And you have 1 card in hand and I have 5 after I play this. Pretty decisive. I'm gonna play the Crypt Rat and equip it, as I do have another in my hand. I wouldn't have done so otherwise. Yeah. Did I Crypt Rat for 0? That wasn't my point. Well, his 2 cards have to do a lot here. And we win again against Songs of the Damned. And we have 15 wins in a row. Even though we're just playing in stupid tournament practice room, I do not have 15 wins in a row with any other deck here. 2-minute break. Back in 2 minutes. Look at this article. Be right back. Children, it's time to go again. This will be the last match. And I hope none of you have sneaked into the practice room with a Fisher deck to break my winning suite. Cause this deck cannot beat Fisher decks. Except Familiar Storm on a good day. We are maybe 40-60 against Familiar Storm, because they actually have creatures we can kill, and we are good at killing creatures. But Simic Stormpost is a nightmare. Monoblow Post is pretty hard as well. Right. before an entry that I want to play first. I'm keeping this hand. What am I playing against? I have no idea. But I know that I want Swamp. Check out the YouTube channel with the same name as this Twitch channel, MagicGatheringStrat. We have we have almost 1,000 videos. Most of them are Pauper videos, and most of the Pauper videos are about this deck. We are now 7 people making videos on the channel. Another Ponder. Is it DelverFiend? Is it Delver? Is it Post? Don't know. Is it Monoblow Stormpost? In that case, this will be the day that we win against Monoblow Stormpost. But I am assuming it is Delver or something like that. So we are going to play Fume Spitter. And we are getting the island. Uh-oh! Recurring Ogre of Skulls is our only road of victory against a Stormpost deck. He can still be set post, but the winning series here is going to end in disaster against the boogeyman of the format, Monoblow Stormpost. But maybe he will durdle around with his mana or something and allow us to win. It does happen. We do have a little easier to win against him than to win against Simic Stormpost. But it's just a little. The Fume Spitter will be critical, of course, as he can kill a Cloud of Fairies. Oh, I'm not physically, mentally in the shape to do this matchup right now. I'm going Ogre of Skulls, Capsule. At least he doesn't have any Cloud Posts yet. We are not the favorite to win this match. If he had a Cloud Post out there, I would probably have killed the Ogre. But I'm not sure that would have been good. We still have the Fume Spitter protecting us against Cloud of Fairies shenanigans. So we might be going for more cards here. I feel a bit like it doesn't matter what I do, I will still lose. But I'll try this way. At least Muldrifter can fly over, but he has Muldrifters too. And I'm sure he's still missing land drops. Yeah, double flicker, getting to look at 4 cards. He will surely find the land. And you will soon understand why this is an impossible matchup for us. Even after sideboarding, we bring in like 9 to 11 cards, but it doesn't matter. We are just dead. Well, let's do some damage. Bring out the Augur. Bring out Trinket Mage for something. Maybe the life staff then. And play Aqueduct, but we are getting closer to Fissure, and Fissure just wrecks us. So bad. Oh, Mr. Cloudpost, hello. Well, at least he can't protect the Cloud of Fairies here, so we do get to kill it. But he has another one. And that's super bad news for us. Can he get to the Fissure? He can't. We can actually kill these fairies. We can actually kill everything he has. Do we want to do that? I am playing the Crypt Rat. Playing the Life Staff. Quitting the Crypt Rat. Using it. To kill both fairies. And then I have a Tragic Slip for the next fairy. Did I play land? I did. Some sort of backup kill option against the Cloud of Fairies. You really need to have that. But now he has enough mana to just cast the Temporal Fissure. And he doesn't need the fairies. Seven mana. I'm gonna go for his hand. All of it. So Ogre of Skulls. Ogre of Skulls. But even if I empty his hand totally, he still can just get started like that. I don't have a way. He already has Flicker in the graveyard. No one has died this turn, and I can't kill anyone this turn. So I just lose. Still can't kill anything. And this is gonna get painful. And this is why we lose to Temporal Fissure. Yep. I wasn't thinking about Mnemonic Wall. I was so obsessed with killing the Cloud of Fairies. But he doesn't need the Cloud of Fairies. B4 and 3D. Interesting, we have been talking about how bad this matchup is. And now we see it. Now I thought I had some chance, but I never do. I never won a single duel. I have won some duels against the Enchantment Storm deck, but never against Mono Blue Stormpost. In this incarnation, he is flipping Island and Glimmerpost. Seems like a weird choice. Well, I can't do a lot about that. He just has so many I win cards in this matchup. But he still only has 2 cards in hand. Though one of them is... But we can now kill the wall next turn. So there is some hope. This is why I don't play dailies. Since April. Also, they are on horrible hours for Europeans. But this deck is all over the dailies, and we beat the decks that beat this, but we don't beat this deck. His flicker is in the yard, right? Yeah, there it is. That looks like he has a second flicker. No. Another Muldrifter. Though he has a hard time overwhelming us with creatures. We'll block. And we should have equipped the life staff. Well, now we can play an Ogre Skulls. We're just going to trade as much as we can. And keep him from playing that mnemonic wall again. But we have very little hope of accomplishing anything. They're not scared of his beatdown at all. Especially with life staff out, so we'll just trade happily. Yeah, that thing we have no chance of using again. There's the wall, and now we go for the kill of the wall, but of course that will not work. And it's our last bastion of hope. And he had another flicker. I could now concede, but I hate people conceding in the tournament practice room, so I will not. That is painful. I can like check my email, look if I have any messages. The thing with old Storm was that at least they killed you and you were dead. But this deck doesn't. And I do think, of course, now is a bad time to talk about that, but of course I think Temporal Fissures should be banned. Keeps a lot of decks out of the meta game. There's the Cloud of Fairies, and now he's going infinite, yes. And of course he has the wall. Well, we should let him practice, as he's new to the deck. I'll go and... yeah, there's actually, look, top 10 cards likely to be banned in the format. The Cloud of Fairies is high on list. It's on the YouTube channel MagicGatheringStrat. Flicker is also on the list, but I think the card that most needs to be banned in this format is Cloudpost, then Temporal Fissure. Because Cloudpost in itself also keeps a lot of other keeps a lot of mid-range decks out of the format, and the format would be richer without Cloudpost. But I did that list right after the last bannings, and we didn't know how big the problem would be. Okay, I'm gonna concede here. The familiar version is... I would love if everybody thought that, because we can actually beat the familiar version. We have about 40% chance of beating it. But this version we cannot beat, because any version based on creatures is disruptible, as is this version. The worst matchup for us is the Simic Stormpost version, which doesn't have creatures. It doesn't have Cloud of Fairies, and then we're just dead. So we're gonna have to make him discard. Gonna have to kill his graveyard. We're gonna have to try to disrupt him with Chittering Rats. We have been considering Spinning Darkness, and we're now gonna try it out. We don't need the Spitters, because you see what they do, they just sit around doing nothing. We don't need the Tragic Slips. We don't need the Life Staff. We don't need a Crypt Rat. And we don't need one of the Edicts. This is the version we are going to play. Spinning Darkness is a gamble here, but we desperately need to gamble because this matchup is so horrible. The familiar Storm version is better against this version, I think. At least that's what I hear. We have a couple of familiar Storm videos. And my friend Chris, who was here on the chat recently, he has played familiar Storm. Have fun is not very likely against that deck. I need to. Of course, if I never played against a deck that beats me, I would misrepresent this deck. I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna duress yet. I'm gonna go for the bulk discard here. And next turn I can do both after he has snapped me. It doesn't snap me. And then it starts to get interesting. Wish I had Undying Evil here, but I have Undying Evil Augur of Skulls turn 2 several times and still lost. Because his engine is so powerful. That was not what I wanted to do. Wall Muldrift, the Cloud of Fairies. and you don't see many familiar Storm versions in the dailies now, but this deck is all over the place and it's often number one, at least the top 3 deck most of the time. It loses against Affinity, it loses against Delvers some of the time, and against Stompy. Now we get stuck on mana as well. No, we don't. So we can Grim Harvest the Ogre and try to keep going here. Trying to disrupt him desperately. And recurring Ogre is the way to go, in theory. Remember, I still have never won a duel against this deck. Can he abuse this already? I didn't count on that. So if he can, I'm in really bad shape. And of course he has the mana. Whoa. Is he gonna fisher me already? Jesus. Well, I can't do anything, so I can just F6. Three mana left. My God. No fisher. Am I getting the harvest or not? I think I need to kill the wall. So I'm not getting the harvest. Killing the wall. Playing the spell bomb. He looks like he's out of steam, but I'm sure he can find something broken to do. I'm getting rid of his graveyard. This might be a mistake. Just to draw cards. I'm saving the Spinning Darkness for some abuse of Cloud of Fairies or for Muldrifter. Now I really want to draw blue mana. And why didn't I use this Terramorphic for blue mana? Good question. The danger of mentally giving up here is so huge. He cycles a Cloud of Fairies. That's probably a good sign. Claim the post. Aqueduct. So we can do Muldrifter Undying Evil. So let's try that. Compulsive Research sort of gets his engine going very easily. He still has Flicker mana to save his Cloud of Fairies. Tap out, I might Spinning Darkness it. Okay, he did tap out, so I could do that, and then also I get to cast my Muldrifter. But he's also fueling himself, so he will be doing stuff. Shitting rats. I hope I will be able to play it. I think I need duress. But I don't draw duress. And of course I should have played the Aqueduct there. Now he has 3 cards. I have no way of responding to a Cloud of Fairies or Mnemonic Wall, so there's a big chance that he just wins here. I'm gonna desperately look for card. Yep. Is there a flicker? Not yet. But a snap. And that's enough to start the abuse, and I'm dead. See how impossible this matchup is. Pretty much at this stage, almost comfortable with people just auto-conceding to Fisher Post. But you can't do that, of course. If you win 5 to 10% of the time, you need to have those wins. Well, I can look for the rest. Didn't find one. Then I can just discard a lot of stuff. And wait for him to come around to killing me. Well, it was a pretty win suite before I ran into this, and I knew this was the way it would end. 15 matches in a row. And losing this match will put me at 398 wins to 201 losses. That's 66.4%. I'll just F6 and die. So, in case Temporal Fissure would get banned in the future, this is a deck I think you should try out. If you're happy playing in a metagame where Stormpost is not #1, such as every other week, basically in the dailies, this deck is also a good choice. But if you play this in a field full of Temporal Fish players, you will have problems. But you have excellent matchup against Delver, against Affinity, against Stompy, and against his at post. Why is his turn over? Why didn't he kill me? Why does he only have 2 cards? I'm gonna try to look for a... He has a lock, yeah. But can't I disrupt that with the duress now? Yeah, that's why we practice. No such luck. And I think I'm gonna end after this match, so not much to see here anymore. Thank you for watching. And in about maybe 6-7 hours, there will be some drafting here done by Chris, or maybe earlier. Chris likes to draft RTR block on this channel, and I do all kind of weird things on the channel. but not draft. He does a lot of drafting. He's very good. He has excellent results. He plays dailies with Stompy as well. And look, all my lands are returning to my hand. Yeah, long session, absolutely. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'm gonna quit here. And ask B4NN, which one? This will be UB Trinket Control play session 4 on YouTube. I was 15 straight wins before this match. Thank you for watching. MagicGatheringStrat. Check out the YouTube channel and cheers!